Hey, Critter with Valor Defense Depot, Southwest Oklahoma's premier gun shop. Here today, we've got a customer's gun that's come into the shop, a minty fresh FN 510 Tactical. He has shot the pistol a little bit, but wants to put a red dot on it. He's elected to go with the EOTECH EFLX. The 3 MOA dots. We're going to get that installed on this guy here today, and quick tutorial on how to get that done. First things first, we'll make sure we're working with an empty gun. So nothing in the chamber, nothing in the mag well. Now go ahead and take the recoil spring assembly out. Barrel forward, take the thread protector off. And we are field stripped. So make sure we keep everything parts and pieces together. So first things first, we'll take the slide plate off, the MRD slide plate. To do that, we'll be using a T10 Torx. Now, when you get the gun, FN is really good about supplying you with all the needed information that you'll need and all your parts, pieces, plates that we'll need to put the optic together. And a quick install guide that comes in super handy. As you can see, it's all outlined, pasteurized, and circumcised for our project here today. So that way we know for sure what we're using, what we're not, what's necessary, what isn't. Good to go there. Of course, the manual and all that kind of good stuff. They also provide a T10, but we're going to go ahead and use our T10. So first things first, we'll get that slide plate taken off. Just a little bit of pressure down, making sure we're taking our time. We'll go ahead and get this guy started too. They can be a little bit stiff, but they don't put a whole bunch of blue Loctite or anything like that on these from the factory. So it should just pop right off like that. Now we'll set that to the side. Keep it with the gun, so if the customer decides he wants to go ahead and take the red dot off for any reason, and of course keep all the parts with the gun. Now we're going to go ahead and clean the optic cut real quick. Now the FN 510 Tactical, at least, I'm not sure about the 509 or other models, but it comes with the Delta Point plate, MRD plate, already installed, and your O-ring. You can see the little O-ring down in there. And it comes like that. So when you're looking through your directions that they provide you, and it tells us which adapters we need, screws, and everything else, it's already on the gun. So if you're going with an EFLX, which follows the Delta Point Pro footprint, or an actual Delta Point, you're good to go. So we're just going to make sure that this guy's cleaned up, and it's not too bad. So I think we'll be ready to install here pretty quick. All right, so now for the official unboxing of his brand new EOTECH EFLX. All right, so, oh, yeah. And with the purchase of every sticker, you get a free optic. So there we go. Let's get to the optic, all of our directions and whatnot. Here we go. Take our red dot condom off here. Make sure we've got a good battery, and we do. So following the Delta Point footprint, it's top loading battery, nice fat window, really well made optic, really well made. You know, get all of your, what I really like about the EFLX versus the actual Delta Point is, if you've ever adjusted, which if you have a Delta Point Pro, you've been in this, you have to put your finger in front of the diode or the red dot when you're making adjustments. On this, they're on the side. So you're not constantly having to go, you know, in front of the emitter to make adjustments. You can see it real time, pretty quick and easy right there. And it's pretty standard, 2 buttons to turn it off, 1 button up or down to turn it on. And we've got a nice crisp 3 MOA dot. So that's all good to go. So again, it already comes with the plate that we need. And we've located the correct screws, and they are, if you're doing an EFLX, they're going to be these guys. Well, maybe if I just put it in my hand, you can see it, just like that. So now we're ready to go ahead and mount our optic onto the slide. We'll get the EFLX set onto the recoil lugs, just like that. It's locked in place, and you'll know, wiggle it around a little bit, make sure it's there. We'll grab our screws. And we'll go ahead and put a little bit of blue Loctite on those, just to make sure, nothing too crazy, but enough to hold and make sure we're good. And I like to transfer it instead of dripping a bunch of blue Loctite all over everything. I like to take a small Allen and just kind of scoop up some blue Loctite and then just very carefully kind of coat the screw. So that way you're not putting too much on. Got a lot better control this way when you transfer. If you've ever put too much blue Loctite or any thread locker on something, you know what a mess it'll make and how difficult it can be to get them off once they're set. It's doable, but you know, if you can avoid the headache ahead of time, why not? So our first screw going in, and our goal here, we're just going to use a regular T10 Torx, and I'm just going to get it down until it starts to stop, like that. Now we'll thread lock this guy. A little more blue Loctite action here. Get it coated. And a lot of times, most manufacturers, you'll have some blue Loctite or some type of thread locker on the screws right out of the package. These didn't really have anything on them. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and just put a little bit of blue Loctite on there, just to be safe. We'll ask the customer. I'm going to leave it clean, but he might want witness marks on this, so he'll know if the optic does start to back off or whatnot. He'll be able to identify that quickly and either tighten things up or remove the screws, put some more Loctite on it, and re-torque. Now, according to FN and everybody else, this is 20 to 22 inch-pounds. So we've got our inch-pound torque wrench all set up. We'll go ahead and get started on torquing it back together. We're just going to go side to side for a little bit, bringing them down evenly. We should be getting close to click. 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 Okay. So now again, we'll just kind of double check, look for some gapping. We're going to be looking at the front and the rear of the optic. Now another difference between this optic, even though it's a Delta Point Pro footprint, the EFLX is a little different in that you don't have that accessory panel, iron sight accessory panel, back here like a regular Delta Point does. There is a part that FN does provide in the mounting kit to replace that little accessory panel with something that gaps the rear closer to the sight, the rear sight, that little channel right here. But an EFLX does not have that, so we're straight on. So it's sitting pretty. Looks good. We'll kind of check it and see. Looks good, and I don't know if you can, it's kind of hard to see the red dot on a camera, but there it is. So now we'll just reassemble. Grab our barrel here, get him back in, get our thread protector put on, and our recoil spring assembly. Get him slipped down into the channel nice and pretty. So your extractor's back, and we'll get this guy put back together. Quick function test. Looking good. So, just like that is how you can mount your EOTECH EFLX onto your FN 510 Tactical, or really FN, and I'm pretty sure most FN models are going to come with that Delta Point plate already on there. If not, it will be provided. Again, FN does a great job when it comes to packaging all the mounting hardware, when it comes to the install guides, all that. Of course, if you don't have all the tools and torque wrenches and all that kind of good stuff, you need some work done, we provide all kinds of armory services here at Valor Defense Depot. Stop by and see us at 2210 West Gore Boulevard, Suite number 5, or right behind Taco Bell next door to McDonald's on Sheridan and Gore. Pretty easy to find. Stop by and see us.